Since going to the New York Toy Fair regularly every year since 1991, for 30 years, I've been aware that the Americans have got a great love of their money systems and doing things with the dollar bills. So each time I go, I seem to be able to find something new that I've never seen before. This one came a few years ago. It's a wonderful idea. It's a genuine $1 bill. But this comes from the United States Treasury in Washington, where they manufacture them. And they allow you to buy a set of them like this, something we've never done in the UK, I may say. So there's a genuine $1 bills. Ooh, a 4D. When you look at it carefully, I noticed that they actually vary in the number by 25,000. My feeling is that the big sheets, which are much bigger than this, are stacked in 100 deep like that. And in the high security area where they manufacture them, they chop them with a guillotine. So you have 100 new $1 bills all in consecutive order to send out to the banks. And you can buy that yourself from a clearing bank, your local bank. But that's how they come, and I find that fascinating. They can do that. I was also intrigued fairly early on to find there is such a thing as a $2 note, and it's genuine too. I don't think I've ever seen it in the change, but someone gave me one, so that was wonderful to do something of rarity. There's a few joke ones which I picked up, which is again a genuine $1 bill, but this is something that magicians love doing. They always say that money, you always try to stretch it to go further. This one you can stretch beautifully like that because it's been cut. Nice thing about the dollar is the paper's good quality paper, so it endures that and lasts really quite a long time. I did that about 20 years ago, I think it was. So it stretches to let the money go further. Well, that's the story, you good people. This one is a very, very nice idea, which a friend Mark Ducati gave me. It's a genuine $20 bill. When you look at it carefully, it's got some red writing here, which says, where'sgeorge.com. Where's George? George Washington, of course. So this is only something that could have existed since the internet came in. When you go on the internet site, you're asked to fill in the long number there, and it then tells you for free where this dollar bill has been. Every single state, county, town during its time since it was first registered. Sometimes they even go across the border into Canada, I expect, or to Alaska. So I took it home and typed in my postcode here in the UK. Twickenham, no, it didn't like that. That's off the planet, I think. But I wish we could do something like that here. It's a very nice little say that find out where your dollar's been and where it's been visiting and give it a track number. That's a very nice, neat content now. Another very, very clever thing you can do with a dollar bill is to shrink it like this. Look at the difference in size between the two. There's a genuine note, and there's a small note. What you do is you have to put it into anhydrous ammonia. Well, you don't do it, but chemists who are dealing with dangerous stuff like that, and it gradually desiccates them. And the cotton content is what causes the shrinking. And it's a wonderful effect that you have to do several repeated dips to make it smaller and smaller and smaller, but eventually I ended up with that. I was told actually that's the same mass, so when you put them on the weight scale with an untreated note, they weigh the same, which I don't quite understand, but there we are. So shrinking money and expanding money, plenty of that. And one other thing which they wouldn't like to do in the UK, but because they're more tolerant to make, is to personalise a note. That's one which has been personalised with the Beatles. And this is one that I actually picked up in the shop where they were doing them. All they do is you buy a dollar bill, or you give them the old if it's a nice new one, and you pay them a $5 charge. They take a picture of you and turn the picture into a little oval, which exactly fits where George Washington's image is. And stick it on there. And of course, if you want to give it up and use it as a note, you've just got to unpeel the sticker, and there's a perfectly genuine $1 bill. So a nice idea that I like these things which are fun, and some of them are, well, I'll show you on another video, some of the ones which are not real money, stage money, but very wacky and very interesting. So good on you, USA. You make some very entertaining things in the common dollar bill.